Let's get ready, say, go. This was one, this was one, this was one, this was one. Let's go, this was one, this was one, this was one, this was one. Rainbows in the sky, let's fly away like a bird. You're free to see the boundless face of the earth. Let the wind blow you like a knife and glide away. Far beyond the clouds, you'll find another place. If the road ahead seems so cold and gray, turns today, don't you be afraid, go and fly away. Chala, hey chala, no time to hesitate, go on and search the earth, within it lies a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala, don't be afraid, you got the power to get through the darkest night. Chala! Zooming round and round in the sky like a coaster. Hold on tight, or you may find yourself trapped in a maze. When that happens, you may think you will never find your way. At the past, you may take sin all the same. If the road ahead should lead you so cold and gray, when night never turns to day, don't you be afraid, go and fly away. Chala, hey chala, no time to hesitate, go on and search the earth, within it lies a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala, be cool, don't be afraid, you got the power to get you through the darkest night. Hey chala, no time to hesitate, go on and search the earth, within it is a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala, be cool, don't be afraid, you got the power to get you through the darkest nights. Chala!
Give them like a shot of dopamine, and like basically they kept pushing the button until they died. Like they basically died from being like overly stimulated or like too much dopamine. And I feel like as humans, like we're inherently like that. Like we're always chasing like that next dopamine fix. Like we always, especially as toy collectors, like we're always looking at that next cool thing or that next thing we want to add to our collection. But then the reality is when you get it, you get it and then you enjoy it. Maybe you enjoy it for a couple days, but then right after you're looking for that next thing. You're looking for that next shot of dopamine, you know?
I agree with you. And it's Friday night, and you know what that means. It is time for Spaghett Friends Toy Show, episode 360. And like I said, before the even show started, we were talking about figures. Just sometimes it's like you want to collect, you want to buy everything you see, but I've come to the point in my life where it's like I can't do that, and it's not even a financial reason. It's just a thing of I don't want extra shit that I technically don't really want or need.
Yeah, yeah.
like I said, I had an option to buy a Mandalorian that had a jetpack because the Mandalorian I currently have doesn't have a jetpack. But it's like, is it really that serious? Do I need it that badly? It's an accessory that, yes, I can sit there and go, yeah, he got it. But on display, you can't see the jetpack anyway. So it's one of those type of things of I sat there and went, yeah, it's cool and all, and I can get it, but I don't need it. So I passed on it because I already have one Mando. I don't need two Mandalorians in my house. Even though I do have an army of Mandos, but not those Mandos. Individual Mandos. There's a difference. But
Yeah,
it's
like
just
that's what I mean.
it just gets to a point where sometimes, like, as a collector, you don't have to buy everything. Like I said, I buy the stuff I want. I buy the stuff I feel I need to complete a collection. But when it comes to just whatever gets thrown out in the market, it's like it's nice. I'll admire it, but do I need it? No, I
Can
don't.
I it's on this subject, but can I just take a quick minute to get a little deep and just kind of get something out in the open?
Go for it.
Like I guess the reason why I kind of mentioned it is because I guess I feel like I'm at a point where I'm just like I'm looking at all this stuff that I have, and then I'm always thinking about getting that next thing. Like I'm always looking at like, okay, like I got this, like what's next? Like, like now I have like this wave, like okay, now I got another wave of something else, and I'm like, I just think I'm spending a lot of energy on that, and then like I'm not spending enough time thinking like how are my relationships with my friends, like how are the people around me, like are they happy, like how are they feeling? And I guess everybody as collectors, we hit that point where you just kind of really need to take a step back and really kind of assess, like am I on the right path right now? And like, I'm not saying like get out completely, but like this is supposed to be fun, right? Like it's supposed to be a hobby that's supposed to relieve stress, and then it's kind of like when I'm always stressed about thinking the next thing I have to do, like, well, what's the point? 'Cause then I'm this thing that's supposed to be making me happy and it's supposed to be relieving my stress, it's actually making me more stressed because now I'm thinking about budgeting money all the time. I'm thinking about moving things around. So like, okay, I got this thing dropping this month. I need to move around to make sure I have enough money for that. Or you have stuff coming in before you were expecting it, and then your card gets hit with all kind of charges that you weren't expecting, and then now you're like, oh, okay, well, I needed this money for something else. But you know what I mean? I guess you kind of get to that point where you're like, man, when do you get off
Well,
this ride?
I've
When do you just
always
kind of
I've
say
always
enough's
had,
enough?
like I try to keep the budget in the mind, and like I said, I don't overthink it. Like I said, that's why I don't buy everything, because that's when you find yourself like that shit. I ain't got no money. Like just recently, like okay, I had some pre-orders, and then like I sat there and thought about it, and like okay, I don't need this figure, I don't need that figure, so I gave them up. Now, the other figures that did come out that I do need and want, I pre-ordered those. So, like, yeah, like I said, the Akuma, the Jada, Bullrog, and Akuma, yeah, those are something I put a pre-order in because those are something I want and need to finish my collection. The Pharaoh for Marvel Legends, I pre-ordered that because that's something I want and need to finish off my team. Now, anything else in between that is like, yeah, I don't. You might look nice, you might look good. I don't need you though. You don't serve no purpose within my collection for me to sit there and go, let me just pick you up, let me just buy you, let me just buy you. And like I said, I used to be that way in the beginning, and then you find yourself looking at a tote of figures that it's like, I really don't even want you on my shelf right now.
That's right.
So it's like I said, I am a focused collector. I buy what I need to finish off whatever set I am building. Like I said, the gargoyles, NECA stopped making them. Disappointing it is, but I'm satisfied that I at least got the core cast of characters. And like I said, big ups to them for at least getting that out of the way. So even though they're not doing anymore, it's like it's not a complete loss because I got the characters I needed. Like it would suck if I had it and they never made an Eliza Maza or they never made the David Xanatos. Then you didn't it be that void? But that void's not there here because they did make an Eliza Maza. They did make a David Xanatos. In fact, they made a David Xanatos with with regular suit and a David Xanatos with the steel clawed armor. So it's like
Yep.
I got the best of both worlds because I got both of those. You know what I'm saying? I got everybody. Sure, do I have everybody with closed wings? No, but that's one of those things of like you're gonna have to take the good with the bad, the happy with the sad, But
Yeah.
everybody else is accounted for, and that's like, hey, that'll look good on the shelf because it reflects what the show is. So if anybody sees, they go, they're not gonna be like, oh, you missing the pack, you missing this. It's like, nah, I see you got the whole clan. Like you doing it. You knocked that out the park. So it's one of those things where yes, it's a disappointment that they didn't make any more, but I'm thankful that they knocked the characters that we do need out right off the rip. Because like there's a lot of toy companies out there that'll start a line and then next thing you know, change your mind and go into a different direction, and now you sitting there with holes in your collection. My
Yep.
hero, McFarland. Is this now you out here looking for alternatives to finish what you started?
Yeah. I
And that,
yeah, exactly. Like that's what it is, like you're I just feel like you're always chasing that next thing, like the maximum Hulk. Like I felt it as soon as I bought the maximum Hulk, like I felt it because I'm like, you know what? Like this was not worth upgrading my Hulk. Like the Hulk I had was already fine. Like you know what I mean? Like I got suckered in because they sold the Maximum Hulk like, yeah, yeah, this is gonna be the best Hulk. He could do this. He's got the butterflies. He could do the
eh,
thunderclap, and like
it's
it got
ironic
me.
you
Like
bringing that up because
it
I was
suckered me
hearing
in.
that Maximum Hulk ain't the juice really wasn't worth the squeeze because now there's a lot of
No.
people complaining that the chest piece is cracking.
Yup.
They're cracking on them because of the pressure and the plastic. So like all that new engineering and nobody did any QC work because now everybody because I've seen several posts and make people complain that their Maximum Hulk chest is cracked. The chest is cracked.
Yup.
So I'm sitting here looking thinking to myself, hey man, that's why I really like the gimmick itself of like, oh, he could do the thunderclap is like, oh, it's cool, but I was never gonna have him kind of displayed that way. So the Hulk I have, perfectly fine. His chest ain't cracked. Okay, so like I feel for those who are now going through that problem of that the QC on that Maximum Hulk is not as like I said having all the accessories and the toe tilts and the that what was it worth it? It doesn't seem like it was because
Yeah, exactly.
that shit ain't even been out a year, and already people are complaining that it's breaking. Like the tolerance is breaking on it.
But like you see, like that's where it got me. Like they suckered me in, and like they convinced me that like, oh my god, this is gonna be the greatest Hulk ever. I need to get it, and then and when I compared it to the one that came in the 2-pack with the Wolverine,
Mm-hmm.
the one that came in the 2-pack I actually thought was way better. I actually thought
Yeah,
that
and
one
that's
was
the one
much
I
better.
got. That's the Hulk
Yeah,
I
so
use. Is the 2-pack with the Wolverine.
it's like, you know what I mean? They suckered in, and I bought like an $80 Hulk that was not as good as the last Hulk I had.
Right after I started hearing that shit about the Hulk, I canceled my pre-order on that Juggernaut, and I was like, I don't know, because Juggernaut's kind of got the same thing that Maximum Hulk's doing. Like they gave him like butterfly, and I think he's got like flexible chest, and I'm like, you know what? I'll stick with my Diamond Select. He still holds up. He still holds up to this day.
Yeah.
So I canceled that like immediately. I'm like, hey, listen, I don't need, like I said, I don't, I'm trying to limit the amount of double characters I have in my collection. So like I said, I'm not buying that strong guy because I already have the Build-A-Figure. Like I said, I skipped out on the Juggernaut because I have the Diamond Select one. Like the last new thing coming out of Marvel that I have that is like a double or at least a triple for me is that Cable from '97, which is a good Cable. I might actually put him in place of the other Cable for my X Force team because he's just that goddamn good. But like, yeah, I'm not doing the doubles anymore.
Yeah.
Like even like with like the ones like, oh, I want to upgrade them, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes, unless the original is really that bad, then yeah, I can see the upgrade is necessary. Like the 2-pack Wolverine and Sabretooth. Like I thought about getting it because like, okay, the Sabretooth's a little bit bigger, but it's like it's not that important. It's not that
Yeah,
necessary.
exactly.
Because the other
Exactly. Yep.
Sabretooth is still as good as that one, and it's still bigger than a Wolverine anyway. So what am I actually paying for other than you put a new body mold on it, and I'm gonna have to pay $60 for something. Like
Yeah, that's the
I've
thing.
already got a Wolverine in regular clothing, and I already have a Sabretooth. Like, do I need another? In fact, I literally have an extra Sabretooth still in box that I'm gonna, like I said, take to the comic shop and see if they want that shit. Because like I don't need another Sabretooth.
It's like you said. It's like you said about that Juggernaut, right? Like the okay, yeah, the new one. It's bigger and it's more articulated, but I don't know. Like I guess like, do I need to spend $100 on another Juggernaut? Like I have to build a figure, and the build a figure's fine. Like it's not like the build a figure's like complete garbage to where it's like okay, like for example, like we're getting like new combiners. I think these new combiners are necessary because I think the combiner wars are complete junk
And they
outside
are
of
junk.
Devastator.
They are junk.
Once I'm done with these combiners, I don't need to. I don't need to. Like this is the Menasor I'm gonna stick with. Like I'm not buying. I'm not going in on another Menasor. Like you know what I mean? Like it's the same thing. Like I'm not getting this new Studio Series Devastator because I already have the Combiner Wars one, and that one's perfectly fine. It's like the same thing with the Juggernaut. Like yeah, like is the new one like it's bigger and it's bulkier and it's maybe a bit better articulated, but the build a figure's fine. Like the build a figure is perfectly fine. Or like you said, you have the select one. The select one is perfectly fine. Like I don't need to spend $100 on another Juggernaut.
Yeah. Plus, like I said, he's from that Maximus, and he's a gamerverse, and I'm like, I don't know. After what I sees happening with that Hulk, it kind of is like, it's got me a little red flag-ish, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with what I have. It's not that serious. Like, it really not that serious. So I'm just like, okay, we have to be Pacific. Like I said, the only other thing right now that I am collecting is I am finishing my Jada Street Fighter. That's really it. Right now, that's all I'm focused on is finishing my Jada Street Fighter. Like I said, Masterpiece is a long game. So like I don't worry about that. Oh yeah, big ups Trunks, big ups Daniel, big ups Ian. If I ain't shout everybody out, then shout. That's another thing. Real estate's real when you don't have any more. You buy a lot of figures and start buying big figures, and they're taking up more space than a little bit.
Yeah.
Real estate is
Yeah.
real until you don't have it.
Like I'm looking right now. I'm looking at my shelf, and I'm looking at that Gamerverse Kingpin from the Spider-Man game, and I'm like, did I really need to buy that shit? Like, did I really need to get that? Like, did I really need to have a Kingpin from the video game? Probably not. It's like the same thing I was telling you about, like the new Peacemaker. Like, do I need a new Peacemaker that badly? Not really. Like, you know what I'm more interested in right now? Like, I want those Inhuman, like, 2-packs to finish the Royal Family. Like, that's what I'm super interested in right now.
Yeah, those are the type of things that's like, okay, if you're trying to build a team, that's the thing you go in on.
Like,
You know,
I want to focus more on like that stuff. Like, again, you know, like even like Black Series, like it's kind of getting at a point with Black Series where like I'm just buying Star Wars characters that I don't care about. Like, do it like those Acolyte figures. Like, they were all nice. Like, they were all good figures. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, did I really need to have like a do I really need to have a collection of Acolyte figures? Not really, you know? Like, I just bought them because they were new characters, and I'm in this mindset of, like, I want to buy one of every new character, but...
and see, I'm glad Trunks is here now, because like I said, he keeps saying I was gonna fall into that Black Series hole, and for a bit, I dipped my toes in, but like I said, it is strictly cherry picking. Like I said, I out of the acolytes, the only figures I got is the Jedi Chewbacca, generic black guy, because he's my master niggo, and then I just picked up the Stranger. And the Stranger is cool because he looks cool with the helmet and shit. And I gave him dual blades instead of the little baby dagger, because trust me, that little baby dagger looks like shit on the figure. It looks good on TV, but on the figure it looked like shit. So lucky for me, I've got extra red lightsaber blades lying about. So he now dual wields with 2 lightsaber blades. And guess what? He looks even more badass with 2 blades instead of 1 blade and a baby dagger. And like I said, I bought a Ronin. I bought the Temple Guard. Like I said, right now, the only other thing I'm contemplating picking up from Black Series right now would be I'm tempted to get that Mace Windu Darth Sidious 2-pack, because I really want to Mace Windu. I mean, I can give a shit about Darth Sidious. It's just another Sith, but I would like that Mace Windu. So like I'm tempted to get that, but like I said, as far as like when it comes to the Black Series, I'm not buying regular nobody characters. I'm not buying regular nobody soldiers. I'll fuck with Jedi. I'll fuck with Sith. I'll fuck with some Mandalorians. Like, that's the extent of how it goes for me. And like I said, you see my collection right now of Black Series. That's all you're gonna see is Jedi, Sith, a couple stormtroopers, because like I said, it looks good behind Vader, and that's about it. I ain't even go hard on the Clone Troopers. I got the Commander Cody, and then I bought a bootleg Clone Trooper that had the same uniform, was from the 501st, and that was it. And like, do I need more? Nah. Like shit, I was they had Darth Nihilus at my GameStop, yeah, and I was like, shit, Darth Nihilus from Knights of the Old Republic, but I don't care for that character from Knights of the Old Republic. And to be honest, the figure kind of looks plain. So I was just like, easy pass. Like, easy pass. Oh, and they had Star Killer in a single pack too at my GameStop, which was surprising. Like a single pack Star Killer, I forgot they had that. But it was the Star Killer that comes with the red. He only came with the red blade lightsaber. The pack I bought that came with the Stormtroopers, you get the option of the red or the blue. So I give him the blue blade.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah, that's the one I got. The Volscon.
But like, yeah, this is sometimes this gotta like it's a collection. Can't buy everything, even though I want everything. I gotta be realistic and be like, nah, you can't buy everything.
Yeah. Like, I guess I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna publicly say it because I think at this point it doesn't matter. But you know, Jimmy, when Jimmy told me that he was basically stepping out of the game and he was stepping away from the show and that he was stepping out of this life, so to speak, I guess that really kind of put it in perspective for me. Where when I really started doing this and I really started getting into like YouTube, and that was the collecting boom. But like I feel like little by little, like all these people that I started off with, they're slowly dropping off to where they're not collecting anymore. And you know, I guess maybe I guess I'm kind of getting to that point a little bit. Maybe not where I'll completely give it up, but like you said, like you gotta kind of really start. You gotta really start reassessing things.
Like I say, you gotta decide what you want your collection to be. You want to be the collector that just has a room full of random shit because you wanted to buy everything, or do you want to have a room that's gonna like when people see it, they can already identify like, oh man, I see what you were into, I see what you like,
Yeah.
because like everything has its purpose. Like it's like, oh, they gonna see all my Marvel shit. Oh, so you down with the comics? Oh, you down with the TMNT? Oh, you down with Gargoyles? Oh, you down with Transformers? Oh, you like a little bit of Star Wars? So it's like everything has a place. Everything has a purpose. Where it's not gonna be just scattered ass with just this random shit here, this random shit here. Yeah, I've got a couple spots of miscellaneous, but even those are like things that resonate with me. So, like I said, I've made a conscious decision a long time ago that it's like I'm not gonna be the collector that buys everything just because I feel like I have to. I'm only gonna buy what I need in my collection or the things I want to finish out my collection. It's definitely a
Stuff.
luxury, Daniel, but it's also a thing of I like I tell everybody like, listen, you know, be smart about your collecting. Don't forget you got other obligations. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the priorities get taken care of first before you go, you know, buy in figures and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna buy nothing before I pay rent. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I
That's
operate.
absolutely, yep.
I'm not gonna buy anything until I know the heat's still going on or the lights are still on. I'm not gonna buy something before I buy the shit that is actually important. And like I said, if you got some loose change left over, have fun. Do what you like. But you get those priorities knocked out first. Then it's like, okay, do I wanna buy this figure? Okay. And that's but like I said, some people don't think in that type of mentality. They're just like, I gotta get it, I gotta have it, be damned the cost. And then when they're sitting there like years later sitting there, I gotta sell my collection because I can't afford to live in my home, because you sunk all your money into something that you weren't prepared for, or you didn't do it responsibly. Like there's not a day that goes by like when I'm doing my collecting that I gotta sit here and go, do I got enough for rent? No, that doesn't happen in my house because like I don't actually budget myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never had to sit here and go, oh man, I spent money on that combiner, that Leo Kaiser, and I don't have rent. Like, nah, that's not a thing. Not in my house. Like, trust me, that Leo Kaiser money got put to the side, and the money for bills was already paid for. So it's like, okay, here you go, boom, I'm good now. But I don't have to sit there and worry about, oh man, I ain't got enough for groceries. I ain't got enough for gas. I ain't got enough for this because I bought X amount of figures. Like, nah, if you're living that way, you're doing it wrong. Like if you're living that way of sitting there, do I buy food or do I buy action figures? You're fucked up. You fucked up. Like Uncle Roger would say, you fucked up. Okay? You gotta put the priorities first, and then whatever change is left in your pocket, that's when you can sit there and go, okay, I'll buy this, I'll buy that. And like I said, there's a lot of people out there that try to build a collection in one day, and it's like if you have the means to do it that way, by all means, go for it. But like I said, my collection wasn't built in one day. It's taken years. And like anything in this world, you got to pick and choose your battles. So it's like, yeah. But at the same time, like I said, I ain't a broke boy out here. I can afford my shit.
Yeah, like I think it's not so much a thing of like can I afford it or not, where but I mean yeah, there is some people like you said where if you're buying toys and your responsibilities are not taken care of, but I guess it's just the thing of and when do you kind of take a step back and be like, you know what, like I have enough toys, man. Like I have
Well,
enough. Like
it's
when
just
do
that
you
you
kind
see
of
it all
get
the
to that
time
point?
on like Facebook Marketplace or like in them groups and stuff where there's dudes just selling off figures and stuff because they're like they found themselves in a position where either they need money or they've upgraded to a different, better figure, and now they're selling the ones that they don't want. But you see it a lot where people are just selling their figures, selling this, selling that, because it's like it's 50-50. Some are selling it because they don't want it because they got a better version, or they're selling it because they need the money for something more important. Like you see it all the time on Facebook and shit like that, where
Yep.
motherfuckers like, yeah, I'm coming on hard times, so I gotta start getting rid of shit.
Yep.
And like I said,
Wow.
if it came down if it comes down to that type of stuff, that tells me you were not prioritizing your money the way you should have been.
Yep.
Like I said, you forsaked the adult necessities for the pleasures. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Heavy way to kind of start the show.
I mean, it is heavy, but it's something that all collectors should kind of always have in the back of their mind because, again, this is your money. This is your money you're spending. And listen, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I'm pretty sure some of y'all live in houses or apartments and y'all like the homes you live in. But if you spend all your money on your figures and you don't put that money to keep them lights on, you fucked up. Like you fucked up. That's like a crackhead choosing crack before he pay rent. It's the same thing. Like if you let the drug take over more than your regular life, then you fucked up. And listen, collecting it, you might as well call collecting a drug habit too. It's a habit. Everybody's addicted to that plastic crack. But you gotta be mindful. You can't sit there and smoke plastic crack all day because eventually you gotta pay rent. Like, did I pick up anything this week? Nah, because there was nothing out there I needed that bad. There's nothing out there that I want that badly. And hey, the money gets saved for another day. Although I did see, like I said, I went to this toy shop. They had the Dragonfly from the HasLab. Yo, that box is huge as shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I guess they bought one and now they're trying to sell it in their store. And I'm like, hey, good luck finding somebody to buy that shit off of y'all. But they got it. I'm like, hey, good luck to you on that. But they didn't have no goddamn Serpentor, and I was like, fuck. No, y'all got everything else on this classified shelf, but no Serpentor. Why does Hasbro hate me? Anyway, let's jump into it. We'll talk about Wonder Man a little later, but let's jump into your number one source for news and information. Searching for toys. Don't be a square. Don't be out here showing your ass out in them stores. Cause listen, I saw some people coming to the toy store and they were showing their ass for some figures. They're trying to sell figures strictly to get like crack money for meth money, which was sad to see.
That is sad.
But don't get hooked on that crack. Get hooked on that fake news. And true story too. Like I said, I went to the store. There was a bunch of people looking real shady trying to sell toys. Definitely was trying to get meth money out of that shit. They just selling some real shit looking toys. I was just like, that's not a good look. You always should check that spaghetti policy, by the way, too. Also, for any wrestling fans out there, we got the women's tag team titles on the line. Charlotte and Alexa going up against everybody's favorite lesbian couple, So Ruka and Zarya. Alright, so we start things off with G.I. Joe Classified. We're getting Hit and Run. He's definitely an old school character. You can always tell who are like part of like the original 13 of G.I. Joe is because their outfits are so basic. Like the first original 13 Joes all look like just regular military men. It's where everyone else started getting colorful and weird looking outfits. But it's like the original 13 just look like actual military men. And Hit and Run, he looks good though.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Like he's fully camoed up. easy pass for me though.
Same. Yeah,
28.
I'm out. I'm out on GI Joe, so easy pass.
April of 26. Expect to pay more.
Yeah, again, here we go. We got a Cobra Mole Rat. Stage 2. I don't know. I don't know. Like it looks okay, I guess.
Like I said, it just makes it look more grotesque than the first ones. But it's just like, again, this is late. This is like tail end GI Joe when they were just coming up with weird gimmicks for soldiers and shit. And it's like I don't know who really cares for these guys. Like, but I'm
Yeah,
pretty
same.
sure somebody's gonna get them though. This is like all
Like,
that, like Toxo Vipers and shit like that. It's just
you gotta be really into GI Joe. Like you gotta be really into GI Joes and stuff and army building to like these are not for the casuals. You know what I mean? These are for the GI Joe is my life kind of people.
I saw that Black Storm Trunks because I seen they was reissuing her over at I think it was at Target or it might have been Walmart. But I was like, I already have her in the white and I got her in the team uniform. I don't think I need her in the black though. But, hey, big ups on getting that. Cause for a while she was hard to get. You know who's out there right now that be pissing me the fuck off? It was that X Factor Jean Grey. Scalpers sold that shit the fuck out when it was on the website. And now every time I go to someone else's Target, there are literally pegs of fucking X Factor Jean Grey, bro. It be pissing me off because it was like, bro, I was over here like an internet fiend refreshing the page to think hopefully get one to pre-order. And now all of a sudden, every time I go to a goddamn Target, she just sitting there peg warming, bro. And it's like, see, this is why that scalper shit, man. It's got we gotta like, man, we gotta start shaming these niggas, man. Like y'all out here making the market real stupid looking, cause it's like all that shit. People went through all that nonsense for something that's now sitting there peg warming at your local Target.
Yep.
Same thing with the Savage Land Xavier. Like he was hard to get online, but it was like I go to Targets and he be sitting there just straight peg warming. But yeah, the Mole Rat, I don't really care for.
Same.
28. Expect to pay more April of 26.
All right. We also we got Night Viper. Night Viper, I guess, just Night Viper.
Yeah, it's just a Night Viper. Again,
Yeah,
a later character from like season 3. They were pretty, like there was one Pacific character that was a Night Viper during like the return of G.I. Joe when they had to get rebranded as not being fighting terrorists because we couldn't fight terrorists. We couldn't call them terrorists anymore.
Yeah.
So this was he came around that little arc when Cobra Commander came back. Well, happy birthday to your brother, Daniel. Y'all have a good one. Eat a lot of cake for me.
Yeah, happy birthday. Yeah, have a slice for me.
I mean, like the Night Viper's cool, but again, it's how many more Vipers do you need? Like I said, The original Viper was the go-to, and then it became so many other quote-unquote Vipers.
Uh, oh, Daniel, you don't need any cake or anything sweet. Well, then you know what? Just you know what? Have a good time anyway. You know, you celebrate how you celebrate because that's the thing about birthdays, right? It's the one day a year where you can make it completely about yourself. So you celebrate however you see fit. You eat whatever you want. Like this, it's your day. You don't let nobody tell you what to enjoy on your birthday, unless it's like destructive. Don't unless it's like destructive.
Man, I think this year, my birthday, I'm gonna go to one of those Brazilian steak buffets.
Ooh.
'Cause those places are the bomb. Or you can eat meats, candy bacon. Oh, it's the best. But Night Viper 28. Expect to pay more. April 26th. Now I know
All
now
right.
this character. I know a lot of people are looking forward for, and that's Lifeline here,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny. The first photo you use, he's got a gun in his hand, and everybody knows Lifeline is a pacifist.
Yeah, I know. Of course.
I mean, the original toy, he did have the gun strapped to his, like, his little holster thing. But, like, yeah, most people know, like, Lifeline wouldn't hold the gun because he's a fucking pacifist.
Like it's like he has it. He has it in case it's like a life and death situation, right? Like in case he needs to defend himself. But like I just don't think Lifeline would be out here brandishing. Like he wouldn't be out here waving a gun around like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But, yeah, he's definitely one of the other medics besides, like, Doc that you'll definitely want to have in your collection if you're doing, like, original
Yeah.
characters. Like, Lifeline, set you back 28. Expect to pay more April of 26.
Yeah, this is one that I am gonna probably go in on because he's kind of the last one we need. He kind of finishes off that team from like the movie, like the Sarge's like new recruits. Like he kind of finishes off that team. Like we got Chuckles, we got Law and Order, we got Jinx, we got Falcon. So this is just kind of the last piece we need.
I would. I'm tempted to get fuck with the Big Lob because Big Lob never got an original figure back in the day.
Yeah.
He never got the 3 3/4 treatment. Like this is one of those. He's one of the only characters from like that GI Joe movie that never actually had a figure. Because he doesn't really show up again after the movie. Like he doesn't show up anywhere else other than that movie. Like he might have had some like appearances in later seasons, but Big Lob was never like anywhere but in that movie. I mean, it looks good too. And I like they gave him a little hand with the basketball and shit. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
So, yeah, like I said, that's not a definite, but I would definitely like. If I seen him out in the wild, I might fuck around and get Big Lob because that's a rare character that just we never got him back in the day.
Yeah.
Which was crazy because all the other characters got made. Chuckles and Tunnel Rat and Chinks and Falcon all got made back then, but Big Lob just they never made him. It made no sense. Like, well, what we doing here?
Yeah.
Can't even be like, I can't even say like y'all racist. Like, nah, y'all make other black characters. Like, why did y'all make Big Lob? Like, it made no sense.
They don't like basketball.
Maybe. All right, 28. Expect to pay more April 26. Big Lob, go for the ball. He shoots, he scores.
All right, got some turtles from McFarlane. We got some. Yeah, we got some Page Punchers, 5-inch turtles. These are the IDW. These are the IDW turtles. Honestly, they look okay, but I really have no interest in these at all.
No, me neither. Plus, it's from McFarland, so I feel like once he finds something else, he'll move on to something else, and
That's right.
He'll leave holes in this collection somewhere. I mean, I'm getting wrong. They look good, but it's like, again, when you have other companies like NECA that's kind of perfected it already, do you really need to fuck with other people?
Yeah.
Like, NECA's kind of got the turtle game on lock. Like, you coming in a little bit late here, McFarlane, with the turtles. Like, I dig the style of it because it's more IDW, but it's like, you know, like I said, NECA kind of did that too already, bro. In fact, what was that other company that did turtles?
Super 7?
Not Super 7, and there's another company, because like I said, there's a few other companies that have done IDW turtles.
Oh yeah, okay. The best action. I don't remember what the company's called, but they're like the best action ones.
But you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yes.
Like they put out the Raphael with the motorcycle.
Yeah.
They've produced other characters outside of just the Turtles and Shredder. So it's like, I don't know how McFarlane's gonna compete with that when it's like you a couple years too late. There's other companies that have already like literally dug their foot in the ground with the turtle shit. Like, I mean, if the best you got for me is like what's the price here? $28. Okay, that's not bad. But like I said, like this version of Leonardo's, other companies have already done him and done him better. So I'm like, good luck in the turtle game. You know, $28 November of 25, but I don't see why anybody would want to even bother when, like I said, NECA's had turtles on lockdown for at least a couple years now, bro.
Yeah.
And it ain't like it's just one style of turtle. They making IDW. They're making Last Ronin. They're making the cartoon versions. They're making the Archie versions. They're running the gamut of every type of turtle that they can possibly make, from the movie versions to everything. You know what? This is a good move for Alistair Black. Put him together with his wife. It gives them something to do.
Yeah.
And we got
And I guess
Donatello.
gotta have Donatello. It's just again everything I said about the Leonardo, just apply it to this. Like yeah, like I'm sorta good on this. I don't really need IDW turtles. Uh,
I hope we're gonna go get.
especially
I hope we're gonna get the Gorillas of Destiny, bro. Now that Tama's back.
I hope so.
$28, November 25 for the Donatello.
And there you go. Get a little foot soldier. You get a little bad guy for him, for them.
Let me guess. Sami Zayn going up against The Miz. I actually like the look of these foot soldiers, though. I ain't gonna lie, though. Definitely promoting from army building there. And every page puncher gets gets a comic book. So there you go. 27, 28, November of 25.
And you get a Shredder. The Shredder actually looks like the best. The Shredder actually looks the best out of the three.
I do like the
But
IDW version of Shredder's look, though. I ain't gonna lie. It's a good look for him. All right, but see, here's the thing, McFarlane. You're dropping two of the four turtles. a foot, and a shredder. Okay, decent start, but that next wave better have the other two turtles.
Yeah.
Like don't have motherfuckers out here waiting like a fucking good minute for them to get the rest. Cause like I said, anybody who knows anything about the TMNT, the first move you do is you put out all four of them fucking turtles.
Yeah.
There's
Again,
no
it's
negotiation here. You put out all four turtles at one shot. Every time. I don't know anybody who does it. Every turtle iteration that has ever been made, the first things that are always going to get put out first are the four turtles. None of this next wave you get the other two. No. First wave is all for the brothers.
it's just it comes back to like the gargoyles thing, right? Where like NECA did it perfectly when they gave us all the main clan like right away. Like that's what you want to do. Like you want to hit the four turtles right away because then at least if you don't get anything else, at least you got the four turtles. At least you got the brothers. Like okay, it's cool they're giving us a shredder and a foot soldier, but yeah, like they need to like the next two figures need to be Mikey and Raph, or else this line is already
Even like
pointless.
them shitty the from that last movie that came out for the turtles, when they started putting out figures for those, what did they put out first? The four turtles. Like you don't make people have to sit there and wait for fucking the rest of the turtles. You put them out first. Do not have people sitting there with like Donnie Roth and they ain't got a Leonardo. Like don't do that. You will lose your customer base in a minute. Like I said, NECA's already got that shit on lock. Even Super 7 knew better to not give you the turtles first. Every other company that I've seen that produces TMNT, the first thing you getting is the brothers. Playmate knows this, NECA knows this, all the other companies know this. The moment you sit there and you don't like right now, they putting out they got more turtles in regular clothes, like Hawaiian clothes, and they're in a 2-pack. I went to Target. Guess what they had? Both of those 2-packs. So you know you get all four of the turtles right off the rip.
Yeah.
They even had Rocksteady and Bebop dressed up like an old lady and a baby, and you can put Rocksteady in the motherfucking baby carriage. I'm like, that's cool and all, but I'm not buying that. I have regular Rocksteady and Bebop. I even have robot Rocksteady and Bebop. I am not buying Rocksteady and Bebop dressed up like old ladies in a baby carriage. That's where I draw the line. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to. That's what I mean when it says when it comes to collecting. Like there's certain points where it's like enough's enough. Like I said, I got a Rocksteady and Bebop. I got a Robo Rocksteady and Bebop. I didn't buy Rocksteady and Bebop dressed up like bunny rabbits in a bunny suit because why would I want that? And I sure shit don't want them dressed up like a grandma in a baby carriage. Like that's just wasted space I don't need. I got Rocksteady and Bebop proper. That's what counts. Like I said, if you're that type that you need all the variants, have at it. But like I said, for my money, for my collection, like I really do not want to live in a world having too many doubles. Like I'm already upset that I have two Verns. I never expected to have two Verns, but I have two Verns. One with a rat head and one with a regular head. I got two Aprils. Never expected to have two Aprils. I was lucky to just get one April. But I got an April who's a cat, and I got April as a regular person. That was never something I intended to have. But by happenstance, and I ended up buying the Channel 6 crew, which I didn't even know existed, but a friend found it and they sent it to me. So yeah, now I have the Channel 6 crews. I got Vern and I got the boss and all that, and I got an extra Vern. But then I had the Rat King 2-pack, who also came with a Vern, who's a rat. But like I said, I go out of my way to sit here and go, I don't need that many doubles. Now, with that being said, I will admit that I am a hypocrite because I've got a shit ton of Wolverines, I've got a shit ton of Deadpools, but the difference between those is most of those Wolverines go to certain teams. So they're not necessarily just Wolverine to be Wolverine. Like one Wolverine's on Alpha Flight, one Wolverine's on the X-Men team, one Wolverine's on the X-Force team, one Wolverine's part of the Weapon X program. So the Wolverines all have a purpose. I just happen to have a lot of fucking Wolverines.
Yeah.
So like I said, I will acknowledge that even though I try not to buy a lot of extras, I'm a hypocrite because I do have a lot of extras of certain characters. Like I said, I got a shit ton of Optimus Primes. But most of those all serve a purpose. So, like I said, take what I say with a grain of salt, but also keep it in mind of you don't need a double of everything. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, Ela Dragunov is back.
Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Sami Zayn for the U.S. title.
Put it on Dragunov.
They should. I mean, Miz was gonna take the place, but then he got jumped by Carmelo Staines. So now we got Ela Dragunov, which, hey, but like I said, this is return. I'd give the belt to Dragunov.
Yep.
Yeah, McFarlane's gonna have to figure something out, cause like I said, right now he's on that mad dash to get as much DC shit out as he can before the license is up. So yeah, we drop it. We drop all the good shit, but it's like again like that. No one's really that hyped because it's like, you've already kind of soured a lot of people with how you conducted business when it came to DC. Like I seen like the Comic-Con, they were showing off what's supposedly the next wave of figures he got coming out, and it's like, there's nothing there that I actually care that much about. Like I don't care. Which, by the way, I was gonna bring this up later, but I really wasn't gonna bring it up at all, to be fair. But it was the new HasLab offering the Tron set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give a shit about Tron.
Same.
I know there's people that say they're Tron fans, but I never believe them because, like, I remember Tron when it came out, and I didn't give a shit about it then. Like, yes, visually it looks cool, but like, I'll be honest and sit there and say I've never seen Tron in its entirety because that's how very little I cared about the movie. I didn't see Tron Legacy, and I'm not planning on seeing the new Tron that's coming out. But like there's always people like, I'm such a fan of Tron, and I'm like, are you though? Cause like, yeah, there's Tron figures that have come out in the past, but like, I don't know, like, is this? I haven't checked to see if anybody's backing this Kickstarter for Tron, but good luck to good luck to you on that one. By the way, did that Star Wars didn't get funded. I never checked to see if it got funded.
Which one?
The vintage clone jet they was giving out.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Did it get fully funded?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like I was not even really paying attention to that.
Yeah, same. Trunks is saying that Tron set's gonna fail. Bruh, I'm in that same camp with you, bro. I don't think there's a market like
Yeah,
that for Tron. Like I said, as much as people will sit there and claim they are about Tron, like I don't think so.
it's just first of all, like it's 3 3/4, which I think is not the 3 3/4 is not the popular scale anymore, and two, like it's a brand new line, and three, you're making it a HasLab right out of the gate. Like people are already burnt with HasLabs, and you're trying to get this new line going, and the first thing you do is make a HasLab. Like, yeah, people are just gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, like I just don't need to go in on this. Like it's
Especially
not like you
since,
gave us a
let's
couple
not
of the
forget,
figures first, but
you got a Mephisto on a back burner. You got an X-Men Sentinel on a back burner, and now you just
yeah,
added a
that's right.
12-inch Apocalypse on a back burner. Let's not forget, people still waiting for the Ecto 1. I'm not gonna see my motherfucking Leo Kaiser until 2026.
Oh,
You expect somebody to want to? Oh! Let's not forget about the GI Joe Snowcat.
mhm.
Let's not forget about the Snowcat. And now you want people to go in on Tron. Plus, you just put out a vintage clone trooper ship for vintage Star Wars. So it's like Tron. The thing no one really ever fucking talks about ever, until like a movie comes out and then everybody pretends like they loved Tron forever and a day. Like I don't get why, who made this choice from Hasbro to put this as your next Kickstarter, but I'd be surprised if it get funded, but I don't think they're looking at the market as well as they should, because like who's out here asking for Tron? Like Tron is so, unless you got the stuff with the bikes, like who what else can you tell me about Tron? Like that's how you know,
No, my
like niggas are fake fans, because it's like outside of the light speed bikes they had, can you tell me anything about Tron?
no, because my only experience with Tron is the Kingdom Hearts 2 level.
Well, no, I'm not even asking like you in general. I'm asking like anybody. Can anybody name something about the movie Tron that like stands out of significance other than the bike scene and the frisbee scene? Like what else about Tron that is like what stands out? Can people quote lines from Tron? I don't think they can, because like I don't think Tron is that big of a like a franchise that people still talk about. Like it might have a little bit of cult status, but there's so many other things better than Tron that's like I'd rather see something than that. That's like sitting there saying like, oh, we're gonna make figures for Blade Runner. Like, yeah, Blade Runner was a great movie and a cult classic, but who the fuck cares about Blade Runner that much that they would want a figure set of it? Not that many people. There'll be those who will pretend to be like, yeah, I'm all about that life. I'm about that Blade Runner life, and it's like, are you? Now I can speak on an example. I'm about that life. When hashtag gargoyles, I put my money where my mouth was. But like I don't see Tron. I don't see that HasLab. succeed, and I just don't see it. I don't. I think Hasbro is trying to express, like, this is something you should have just put out in retail, my dude. I don't know why we HasLabbing this. Like, the fact that you're trying to fund this is weird. It almost tells me like they'd rather try to HasLab it than put it out for retail, because they know if we put it out in retail, it's just gonna end up peg warming and end up at an Ollie's somewhere discounted. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they're figuring, hey, we can put it as a HasLab. If anybody really wants it, yeah, they'll fund it. And if it doesn't get funded, well, it's like, oh well, at least we knew not to put it out on retail, because we would have probably wasted more money for a figure that's just peg warming. Like, look how well that Indiana Jones shit did. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain franchises, even though it may have a fandom, it might not be that kind of fandom you expected. Because, like I said, that Indiana Jones shit, I don't think anybody cared that much for that, because all that shit's at Ollie's now. At best, everybody bought their Indiana, and everybody else was fuck all. That was it. Because, like, you can't find an Indiana Jones at an Ollie's, but you can find every other character from that Indiana Jones wave at Ollie's. Because no one gave a shit. But, you know, Shredder looks good, though. Yeah, the scale, though, I don't know why we chose to go with the smaller scale with this with McFarlane. I thought we were adamant to make everything 7 inches.
I don't know. He makes weird choices.
Yeah. 28 November of 25. Godzilla.
All right, yeah, we get in a Destroyer. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, from Bandai.
Yeah. Probably not gonna be like getting it per se, but still acknowledge it looks pretty cool.
Ooh, that was a nasty bump right there. For that suplex on the rope like that.
Yeah.
What's the scale on this? It's pretty small though, right? Yeah, it's like 6 inch.
Yeah. Like, especially for the price, jeez.
I mean, $30 ain't bad though.
Okay, it's only $30. Okay.
Yeah, $30, $29.99
I thought this was
maybe.
Okay, I thought this was Monster Arts.
Nah, this is just this is just Bandai Namco.
Okay, yeah, okay. These are like those vinyl shits, right?
Like, I see a lot of these sold at Target and stuff. But yeah, $30 ain't bad. December of 25.
Alright, yeah, that's not too bad. Alright, now we get from -1, we get another Godzilla. I don't know. I feel like we be looking at so many fucking Godzillas, man. It's like every week where it's Godzilla. Oh my god, it's like every week it's a new Godzilla. It looks fine. Like, it looks fine, I guess.
Plus, it's from a good Godzilla. It's -1.
That is a good. That is one of the better movies for sure. I did enjoy that movie quite a bit.
$74. Expect to pay more March 26th for the Godzilla.
All right, here we go. Finally, Marvel Legends has stopped fucking around, and they're finishing off the Inhuman royal family. Uh, I wish they weren't in 2 packs. Like, I hate that I have to buy another Black Bolt. But you know what? If that's what we got to do to get this Trident, then it's a
I
small price to
mean,
pay, man.
you're getting this is that point that you're getting an upgraded, at least a little bit of an upgraded Black Bolt.
I have the Mezco Black Bolt, so it's for me. It's like I don't care about this one at all. But like, I definitely want the Trident. Like the royal family is like something like we needed to finish that up a long time ago, and
It,
I know that Disney doesn't care about the Inhumans, but I think the real fans still care about the Inhumans, you know?
yeah. And isn't that other 2 pack? That's Amazon, right? War
It
Medusa.
might be, yeah. It might be, yeah.
I mean, I know it sucks that you would have to buy another Black Bolt, but I think it's better that it's like, hey, get these Inhumans out of here, put them together. So it's like, I don't know. Let me see, real quick. I'm just checking something. Trying to see if that is that 2 pack on Amazon. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if it's available on Amazon yet because I don't see it listed anywhere on here. I thought it was gonna be a Pulse exclusive.
Yeah, it'll probably end up on either Amazon or Pulse.
'58, January of 26. Alright, well, from Studio Series, you're getting an Optimus Prime from the Energon universe. So now you get if you didn't want to buy the upgrade kit to do that to your Studio Series Prime, Hasbro said, fuck that, we're not leaving that money on the table. We'll do it ourselves. So you get Megatron's arm on Optimus Prime's body. If you're reading the new line of Transformers comics, that kind of is a thing for a while. Optimus lost his arm, so he ended up using Megatron's arm. which is cool. But I'm not buying another Studio Series Prime just for the arm. What about you, Matt?
No, no, I'm not getting it either. Like I don't really need the Prime with the Megatron arm that badly, you know?
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, it looks good and it's cool that they're kind of like jumping into the Energon universe stuff like that, but it's just a gimmick and another reason to sell a Studio Series Prime. But like, yeah, I'm okay. I don't need it. Especially you're charging the same price and you're not even uh give adding the trailer, which is kind of weird. But yeah, $80. Scheduled to be released October of 26. So if you want that, go for it. Oh, we gonna get a new champion? New champion. We got a we got a new champion. No, I'm glad. Listen. Sami Zayn didn't need the title.
You know, like especially it's like a big return for Dragunov. Like he's been off for like a year. It's like a big return for him. Like this is how you this is how you do a return, you know?
Oh no, it's the Gorillas. Ain't nobody realer than Gorillas. Oh, the ultimate scoop. From Iron Factory, we have a samurai style Beast War Megatron.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is. This is like a super easy pass for me.
Yeah, it looks cool and all, but this is like, I don't. I like the Dino mode though.
Yeah, yeah, it looks cool. It's just definitely just not something I really need.
Oh, so the MFTs are gonna be feuding with the Wyatt Six.
Be good.
Also, while we're kind of on the topic, because we like to talk wrestling while we talk about toys. Uh, so the Vision is no longer a thing. Braun and them turned on on Seth. That's that's a turn I was not expecting. Not at least not this soon. 82 bucks for this. Expect to pay more February 26th for Samurai Megutron. What do you think about that though, Matt? With the shit that happened with the Vision on Monday. Right, next up we've got from Mondo. We got He-Man, Master of the Universe, He-Man, 200X version, 1/12 scale. I don't know what that means, but I mean, it looks pretty badass though. I don't like the sword though. I mean, Mondo's cool, but I never got behind any of this stuff. Yeah, I was hearing something about that. He was injured, so that's probably why they're trying to like get him out of the picture. But then the question is, what happens to the world championship though? Does he
Uh,
drop the
he,
title? Does he vacate the title? Well, how do we go about this then if he's injured?
oh, I'm hearing he's gonna vacate it. I'm hearing he's vacating it.
Okay. Yeah,
But
Trunks.
again, like,
That's a 2000 team man because that sword is from that one, and I never I liked the 2000 show, but I didn't care for the sword. I didn't like the sword look.
like, let's all remember the last time they told us Seth Rollins was injured, right? Like, let's remember what happened. So,
Yeah, I kept that in mind, but I mean saying that, but you just got betrayed by your own faction though. So it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the question is like, where do you go from there? Like you literally just started this faction like not even like what, a month or two ago, and already your faction turned on you. and you can pop the shirt off. Look at that. Look at that striations.
What a grand payday that day. With a handshake and then, brother, come right on in. Hallelujah, what a payday that day. There will come a payday. Hallelujah, what a payday. There will come a payday someday, someday. There will come a payday. Hallelujah.
Yeah, I never liked that sword.
Come a payday someday. 君の笑顔はまるで太陽氷点下の街も溶けてくもうどうにも止まらない生なめんこいやる透明感半端ないマイナス5度でも生足意外と純情何この感情やるやるこの距離感はないじゃん勘違いしちゃうじゃん誰にでもそうなの目が離せない気になってしょうがない虜になってく君の笑顔はまるで太陽氷点下の街も溶けてく熱いことが熱いことが鳴りやまないロマンティックな金の世界にシュプリを描くシンデレラもうどうにも止まらないもう
$105 with a 10.50 deposit. Expect to pay more June 26.
動いたならファイトアウト滑る足元はアイスベアなるほどこれが試される大地ギャルギャル見知らぬ風景ポツ飛ばすテープ慣れない
Alright, so from Mezco, we're getting Sin City. We're getting Marv. And I think this one is more based off of the comic and not like the movie, which looks cool. Nice.
奇跡みたいな出会い生なめんこいギャルめんこいどさんこギャル生なめんこいどさんこギャルめんこいどさんこギャルめんこいどさんこギャル生なめんこいどさんこギャルめんこいどさんこギャル四季折々の季節に秋冬夏が来る僕らだけの景色
Nah, that's Daniel. That He-Man. That's the design for like the 2000s He-Man sword. That's why it looks like that. They try to make it all fancy when they should have just left it the way it was.
It's the Mezco Marv.
Yeah. Mezco, I can see why they wouldn't. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I would hope though they got to keep it in the same black and white motif that it comes from, but because trying to do it in color is definitely gonna fuck it up.
They're definitely not gonna do a full Sin City line. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not gonna. There's no way. Again, it's hard to say. Like it all depends how popular this one is.
Yeah, 125 definitely is up there with a 1260 deposit. Expect to pay more June of 26. Yes.
All right, we getting Draken, Shattered, Grid Draken. This is a Fig Zero, so I think this is not articulated.
No, it is.
Oh, it is okay.
Yeah. Full on figure. Yeah. I mean, it's 3-0. It's gonna be.
Okay, yeah. This is a 3-0 line.
I mean, it looks pretty dope. I'm not familiar with this version of Draken because I don't keep up with MMORP like that. I like he's got the Saba and the Dragon Dagger still. That's pretty cool. So Los Garzas, I guess, on their own now. Now that Santos is no longer there,
I heard he's back though.
or did he resign?
Yeah, like I heard he re-signed like the next day. Like they offered him a bigger contract and then he took it.
I feel like though he's gonna be spending a lot more of his time though in AAA though.
Probably.
$164 with a 1640 deposit. Expect to pay more the first quarter of 26.
All right, we got from Hot Toys. We got Obi-Wan. Just I don't know. It just looks like
This
any
is
other
a
Obi-Wan to me.
Mustafar version, so this is to go with the other we looked at the last week, the Anakin, because that was also Mustafar. And he's gonna have the little stand, so if you have him with your Anakin, you can do the whole lava fight scene, you know. Yeah, see? So like I said, if you have one of them, If you got both, you can use the accessories to recreate that scene on Mustafar. $335 with a 50/25 deposit. Expect to pay more December of 26. No, yeah, I was pulling out, like I said, I didn't know if I was going to talk about it, but I'm like, yeah, we got this whole Tron thing. 260, what they're asking for. And we're at 978 backers out of 10,000 they want. And they don't even, it doesn't even seem like they have any stretch goals either. Like, you get the figures, which is like, okay, you got 4 figures. They can get in the bikes and do the thing. And then you get this whole display stand. But I'm like, does anyone really give a fuck? Like, chat, anybody here looking at this like, yeah, I need to back this. Like, I feel like this right here is something that you probably could have put out on retail. It might not have sold, but this is something you could have put out on retail. This is not something that should be crowdfunded. Like, this is not a crowdfunded thing right here. Like 5 figures, 2 bikes. I don't see it. What about you, Matt?
I just don't see why they would. I just don't see why they would go HasLab like right out of the gate. Like
Yeah,
I just don't
for
see why.
Tron,
I just don't
of
see
all the
why they would.
properties, Tron.
Yeah, like you're asking people to invest in an older property, which is not inherently super popular. Like Tron is not popular to the level that like Ninja Turtles is.
No, not even close.
And and you picked the least popular scale. Like of all the scales, you went like 3 3/4, which I think a lot of people, unless you're like a vintage Star Wars, like if you're into like the vintage collection, like most people aren't fucking with 3 3/4 anymore. So you pick the least popular scale, and then you're doing a HasLab. You're asking people to put money down right out of the gate. Like this should not have been a HasLab. Like this is like a HasLab should be something where when you have a line that people are already invested in, and then you do a HasLab. Like if you had already put out like a bunch of figures and a bunch of vehicles, and then you want to HasLab something, then it makes sense because people are already invested in the line at that point. But to your first thing right out of the gate, and it's a HasLab. Like I think what's gonna happen is, I think that people are just gonna be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, like the juice to especially the price was it 230. I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze, even for five figures and two vehicles and this little display stand. Like I don't think it's worth the two fucking 60 they're asking over here.
It's not. It's really not.
I mean, things could change, but like Trunk said earlier, I don't see this getting funded. Like the momentum doesn't look like there's much there.
No.
Like even with like all the like other toy collectors, like I don't hear anybody really talking about this. Like, yeah, man, I'm in on it. I'm in on it. Like I said, Tron's a cult classic, but it's a very niche cult classic. And I get it. They they got the new movie coming out, so they're trying to capitalize on it, hoping that hey, if the movie does some traction, maybe that'll incentivize people to wanting to go in on this this HasLab. But it's like I I don't even like the movie itself. I'm hearing is not even that good either, especially because Jared Leto's in it and people are calling it like he's kind of tainted. Like the movie's already getting like not good reviews.
I feel bad for that He-Man movie. I feel bad for that Masters of the Universe movie.
The Masters of the Universe movie, I haven't seen anything about it, but
Yeah, but
you know,
just the 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 fact that Jared Leto's in it already tells me that movie's not going to be good.
what the Masters? Well, who is he in? He's in Masters of the Universe too.
Like he's going to be in the new Masters of the Universe movie. Yeah,
Who's he supposed to play?
Skeletor.
What?
Yes,
Man,
fuck. R.I.P. to that movie.
yeah, like I said, the man's been poisoned since he turned into the Joker,
Hmm.
which is crazy because it's like he's an Academy Award winning actor, but yet like it's like okay, you won an Oscar for that one movie, but then after that, you just everything else you pick is just kind of shit, bro. How you go from winning an Oscar to just like every other movie you make it is just dog shit? Go figure. I don't know. Well, if anyone is interested, like I said, it's $250 plus whatever shipping tariffs or whatever, and you got about 38 days left. So if you're in the Tron, hey, there you go. But that'll do it for fake news right there, ladies and gentlemen. But we're gonna take a look at the Wonder Man trailer or teaser trailer. Because I do have some things to say about this, especially since we're doing the whole like I am that guy who I do not like race swapping my characters. I don't. I'm a purist. I do not believe in this we race swapping characters. I don't co-sign these type of practices. Okay, if a character is meant to be, if the character was created as a white guy, I expect him to be a white guy. If the character is meant to be female or a midget or whatever, I expect him to be that way. I don't want I don't want to see fucking like it gets frustrating when you see like, come on, man. Wonder Man is such a complex character that's like, oh, y'all couldn't do something better. And like, I don't care for the meta of it. Like, oh, he's we're poking, we're tongue in cheek in our own industry. Like, no, I just want a Wonder Man in the MCU. How about that? But let's let's take a look at from Marvel Television. So this is gonna be on Disney Plus. I'm calling it now. They're probably gonna put all the episodes out in one shot because they probably have no faith in this show. I don't think people are gonna be watching week by week. You can see, right? You can see it, right, Matt?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, so let's take a look at Wonder Man.
The entertainment world is stunned today when internationally celebrated and reclusive filmmaker Von Kovac sprung out of retirement to sign on for a remake of Wonder Man. Mr. Von Kovac, could you tell us more?
Everyone is tired of superheroes. There is an opportunity to reimagine a whole genre of storytelling.
Have you thought about casting?
So, what's this big audition you were talking about?
It's a huge opportunity. I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Sorry, you crazy.
I was born to play this character.
Are you serious? Boo, they are already talking to Leo.
You just gotta go out there and crush it.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to come up with a backstory for the character.
Well, trust the words. Just show up and say them.
That's not my process.
Well, your process can go blow a spider.
Guy's killing it in there, bro.
Where have I seen him before?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
Next! You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Listen to me, Simon. The callback is happening now. Just be normal.
Normal man. The breakdown is go method.
Come in. Mr. Kovac will meet you in the living room.
So you all here to meet Von Kovac?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone.
I want to explore the place between fiction and non-fiction.
That's tight.
We are going to make the last movie on Earth. No one will have the balls to make another.
And action! Any news from Von Kovac?
There is news you'll be the first to know.
Unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.
So we got 8 episodes of whatever Wonder Man is. Like I said, I'm calling it now. They're putting it all out in one shot.
It just looks weird to me. Like it just looks weird to me. Like I don't know. Like this is where I don't understand when we're like we want to do Marvel shows, but we want to make them like each different, and we want to do. But that's not why people like Marvel. Like people like Marvel because they like superhero action. They like superhero stuff. Like that's what they want. Like people don't want like people that like Marvel don't like this kind of stuff, or I should say, like they don't want Marvel to be like this. Like that's why She-Hulk didn't do well because instead of just making a superhero show about She-Hulk, they tried to make it like a romantic romantic comedy slash courtroom comedy. Like they tried to make it totally different than anything else, and that's why people didn't like it. Because when people tune into Marvel stuff, it's because they like the superhero action and they like the comic book fights, and that's what they want. They want to see stuff from the comics in live action. Like they don't want this like meta stuff. They don't want these like different genres. You know what I mean?
On top of that, we're bringing back the guy who would be the Mandarin, but not the Mandarin. Well, what's his
Like
name?
I
His name
just
Trevor. His name is Trevor. That's what his name was.
Trevor Slattery. It just feels like they're venturing too far out. Like they're like I understand if you want to give your stuff like maybe like a little bit like different feel, but like I don't know if you look at if you look at like Peacemaker and Creature Commandos and Superman, like they all had a different tone, right? Like Superman was a lot more lighthearted than Peacemaker and Creature Commandos, but they all still felt like comic book stuff. They all still felt like they gave you that superhero action. Like they all still felt like they gave you that. But it's just now it's just with this it feels too different. Like where this is like
Like they're trying to
I
be
don't know.
meta.
I don't
Like they're
even
trying
know
to
what
be
this
like
is.
meta with this
Yeah.
show.
Like I just think when people tune into Marvel, this is not what they want, you know? Like this is not what they want.
Also, once again, I'm a stickler for the continuity. If you want me to believe that the character of Wonder Man was some sort of like old TV show, right? This is the gimmick that we're going with, right? Wonder Man is a character that had a TV show and all this other jazz. How come no one in the MCU has ever mentioned Wonder Man? Like
I don't
you
know.
would
I
think you would
guess
think it would make sense because like even in the beginning of the MCU, before Captain America came about, like he was already a name people knew he existed. You know what I mean? Like everybody
yeah.
already knew who Captain America was before you met Captain America, but it's like you're sitting there trying to convince me that Wonder Man, the character, was already a fixture within the MCU as like a TV show. Nobody talks about Wonder Man. Kamala Khan
Yeah.
fangirls over all types of superheroes. She didn't fangirl over Wonder Man. No one, Spider-Man didn't fanboy over Wonder Man. Nobody fanboyed over Wonder Man.
Yeah.
So to now sit there and put him in the MCU as an already existing property and no one's ever spoken of his name just seems kind of weird. You know what I mean? Especially with Trevor, who's the quote unquote kind of comic relief, but he's also an actor, so he would have heard of Wonder Man before because in the trailer he says, I'm auditioning for the role of Wonder Man. But it's like this is a name we have never heard spoken in MCU. You know what I'm saying? We've heard names name dropped before movies even came out, and Wonder Man was not one of them. Remember when we found out that that Hydra was running Shield, and they had they're set to eliminate all potential threats within the world, and they were naming names like Stephen Strange and shit like that. No name of Wonder Man.
Yeah.
No name of Wonder Man.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I find it odd now that you're now trying to establish that Wonder Man has been a thing within the MCU, yet no superhero ever has mentioned his name as a character or an inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Wonder Man inspired me to be a hero. Nothing like that. Even in the TV shows, the WandaVision, the Agatha All Along, all these people had people that emulate something. Even in the episode of WandaVision, they had a costume party. Was anybody dressed up like Wonder Man? Because by this continuity, he's just supposed to exist. He's in the fabric. If you want me to believe this TV show that Wonder Man has been a character that has already existed in the MCU, then why has no one ever acknowledged that Wonder Man exists?
I mean,
Not
that I
even not
understand,
even
like,
like a not even a
because
billboard or a poster or anything that kind of hints that he exists. Like the way they'll do with Stan Lee, where they'll just put his photo somewhere in a background so you know he existed and just kind of a nod. But there's no nod to Wonder Man anywhere. There's been nods to other heroes within the MCU, like Captain America. But other than that, Wonder Man, hell, they made a nod to the original Human Torch, but no nod to Wonder Man.
for
And now
that
you want me to believe he's
I would
been
have to watch the show. Like, maybe there's a reason for it. I don't know. Me, I just think the tone of the show, like, this reminds me of like The Office. Like, I don't know, this looks like The Office to me or something, or I don't know, maybe that's not the right thing, but this kind of reminds me of like an Office type show. Like, I don't think people tune in to watch Marvel shows to see that. I just think they're venturing too far.
like, I mean, even back in the Netflix days of Marvel, they were acknowledging shit going on in the MCU. No Wonder Man. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. acknowledged shit in the MCU before they went off the rails. No Wonder Man. But now all of a sudden we're supposed to believe that he's been a fabric of society in the MCU. But like, you know what? I'll watch it. I'll give it a chance. I don't have any high hopes, but I will. We'll talk about it here. But like, I have very little faith that this is.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Like, I'll watch. Like, I'm gonna watch it, of course. But this just, if you're asking me now, this is kind of reminding me of like, this looks like it's gonna be like another She-Hulk thing. Like this is gonna be another She-Hulk where they tried to do something really different and really meta, and people didn't like, and people are not gonna like it. Like, people tune in to Marvel because they want the comic book stuff, they want the superhero action, they want all that stuff. Like, they don't want The Office featuring superheroes, or they don't want like a courtroom drama featuring superheroes. People want Wonder Man fighting Grim Reaper. They want Wonder Man fighting bad guys with the Avengers. Like, they don't want Wonder Man going around trying to get acting jobs. Like, that's not the part of the character that people like. It's like if they made a Superman movie, but the main the main plot of the movie was him running around as Clark Kent, working on a newspaper story, and that's basically what the movie was about. It's like, yeah, okay, you still technically, you have Clark Kent, right? Like, you have Clark Kent in the movie, but Clark Kent is not the part of the character that people care about. The reporter is not the part of the character people care about. Like, people want to see Superman punching bad guys, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's like the same thing. It's like you don't want to watch Spider-Man and then the whole movie is just Peter Parker going to classes all day. Like, yeah, okay, like a little bit of that is good, but again, like that's not the stuff people care about. Like people want they want to see Spider-Man. They want to see Spider-Man swinging around, webbing up bad guys. Like people want to see Wonder Man up there with the Avengers, or they want to see him up there fighting Grim Reaper, like fighting bad guys. Like they don't want to watch Simon Williams trying to get jobs, trying to get acting jobs. And I think it's just the same thing. Like people want to see She-Hulk. They want to see her out on the streets smashing shit. They want to see Daredevil in the costume out there fighting bad guys. There was some elements of Born Again where okay, like a little bit of stuff in the courtroom, like yeah, okay, it's good, but that's why the first part of Born Again, I think it didn't land for a lot of people because I think it took too long for him to finally get in the costume and get on the street, you know? Like this uh, like that's the part of these characters that people care about. Like people care about the heroics. People care about fighting bad guys. They don't want to see they don't want to see 6 episodes of Clark Kent working at the Daily Planet. Like okay, maybe a little bit of that it's okay, but at the end of the day, it's like you want to see Superman. Like I think that's what people want. Like they want to see Wonder Man up there with the Avengers. They want to see him suited up fighting bad guys. Like I don't know, like this just looks too different to me, and I think this is where Marvel keeps missing the mark. Like they keep trying to do these things where they're not what people want. It's like that's why the Blade movie hasn't happened yet because they keep trying to do something other than having Blade just killing vampires. Like like originally they wanted the Blade movie to be where vampires are hunting his daughter and then Blade's not even the main character. Like people don't want stuff. Just they want to see Blade just killing vampires. They just want it to be that. And I just think this is the same thing. Like I just think the tone is too different, and I already feel like this is gonna be another She-Hulk situation where people are just gonna reject this because it's too different. It's not what people want when they go in to watch a Marvel show. I just think it's too different.
Sorry about that, chat. I'm back. My bad. Shit got weird. But that's not y'all fault. You still there, Matt? Chat, you still there, chat? I think I'm about to. I got a kind of bit of emergency. We might have to wrap up this stream a little early tonight. Hey, Matt, you still there? I think we lost him. Oh no.
Yes, sorry. Here.
Nah, you good. Yeah, something came up, so I'm gonna have to kind of wrap up the stream a little early right now. But I know you're getting ready for work, though, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, look here, man. I think we talked about pretty much everything we needed to. We went over the Wonder Man. We did our figs. Big ups to everybody in the chat for joining us tonight. As always, you dudes are awesome. Smash that like for yourself. Subscribe if you haven't. And ring that bell so you stay notified. We'll be back here next week to talk more toys, make more noise, and all that other fun stuff. And any last words, Matt? Thick as fuck. Y'all have a great night and a great weekend, and remember to always kick out.
Time has come, I'm ready to go. Venturing into the unknown. Fire's inside me, must be unleashed. People talk nonsense all the day. Shit, who kind, that's all they can say. I can't get no satisfaction. Woo-hoo, challenge may have come. Woo-hoo, fighting just begun, but there's no stopping. People spreading out my wings. Let's fly high. Woo-hoo, concentrate my power. Woo-hoo, in the final hour, in the end, I'm gonna win. I hope you die. Don't you know I'm unstoppable? Don't even try, cause you will fall. I got a strength deep in my soul that gives me courage and control. I'll go beyond the limit break. The universe is mine to take. I have no fear. I think it's clear. Let's keep you high. All this Dragon Ball Super. We got the skill to blow Xeno.